Hi, welcome to Noon Reset. It's Friday, and I hope these next 15 minutes leave you feeling great and that your afternoon is just fantastic. So let's come and stand. If you have shoes on, go ahead and take them off. We're going to work a little bit on the shoulders with some balance this afternoon. So let's take our hands to our hips and step your feet, everybody, slightly wider than your hips are. And super simple, bend your right knee. And as you bend your right knee, push some weight over to your left foot. Now I'm going to say that again because it can be a little confusing. The right knee is bent and you're transferring weight to the left foot. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, push the weight over to the right foot. Come back, and let's just go side to side a couple of times. You'll probably feel that this makes more sense to one side of your body than the other. So the next time that you come back from bending the left knee, just pause and walk the feet a little bit closer together. We'll bend the knees again. I'm going to turn sideways, so hopefully I'll be more easily seen by you. Hands on hips, bend the knees. Step back with the right foot. I went about 2.5 or 3 feet. Push into the left heel. Bend the right knee a little bit more. Spring off your right toes. And now you're back at the beginning. Let's switch sides. Feet about hip width apart. Bend the knees. Step back with the left foot. Heavy the right heel. Bend the left knee. Push off and step forward. One more time. Back goes the right foot. Can you gaze forward, stay heavy in the left heel, push off and come to the top. Left leg goes back, bend the left knee. As you do, heavy the right heel, push off and come forward. Now I'm hoping that there is a wall somewhere close to you, anywhere that you can take your right hand and place it on the wall. I see that my hand is out of the frame of the camera, so let me try this wall. So left hand on the wall, my wrist is aligned with my shoulder. I'll turn my feet away from the wall, and wow, I'm feeling a huge stretch in my left bicep, a little bit in the chest on the left side. Try not to hold my breath. Please make sure you're not holding your breath. And then turn your feet back to where we began and release the left arm. Now, it can be kind of fun to compare the length of the left hand to the length of the right hand. So extend your arms out. Are the left fingertips slightly longer than the right fingertips? Maybe. Let's even you out if they are. So I'm going to turn my back to you for a second. Right hand to the wall. The wrist is aligned with the right shoulder. You begin slowly to turn the feet. They start out being parallel to the wall, and then you turn them away from the wall. And as you do that, you might discover this side is easier or this side is tighter than the other side was. Be sure that you don't go too far. If it's intense, turn the feet back toward the wall a little bit. And then let's all turn the feet back and release the right arm. Oh, in case you're worried about if you're even or not, why don't you compare your two arms? Now, keep the arms extended, feet still about hip width apart, and draw your two palms together. Let there be a little bit of space in the palms of the hands. I said that in a bit of a contradictory way. What I'd like is for your finger pads to touch, the heels of your hands to touch, and for there to be a little bit of space between the palms. Go ahead and bend the knees and watch your thumbnails as you take both arms over to the left. So it doesn't matter how far you go. Keep looking at your thumbs, and as you look at them, get a little heavier in your heels. Now start to turn the head to the right, so your eyes are going to go with your head. And see, with the head turned to the right, can you take the arms a little bit more to the left? Turn the head back so you're looking at the thumbs. Come all the way back and around. Release the arms for a second. And then roll the shoulders up close to your ears, roll them back, squeeze them together, and roll them down. One more. Roll them up, squeeze them together, roll them back and down. Do you hear any funny noises, crunching, crackling noises when you do that? Extend the arms out in front of you. Bring the heels of the hands together, the fingers together. Look at your thumbs. Start to turn your arms, your torso to the right. The left hip's going to come around a little bit, and that's just fine. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Good. Now, keep looking at the thumbs for a second. Bend the left knee. Let's see if that helps us a little bit more. And start to turn the head away from the thumbs now, looking over the left shoulder and seeing if there's any possibility of taking the arms more to the right. Don't force, though. Let the head come back. The gaze fixes on the thumbs. Come all the way back to the beginning. Release the arms, everyone, and this time, roll the shoulders up toward the ears. Roll them forward and down. Up, forward, and down. Good. Now I'm going to turn my back to you for just a second. Interlace the fingers. And I don't want it to be a hard interlace, nor do I want your elbows to be hard. So fingers are lightly interlaced. Elbows are not rigid. Begin to lift the fingers toward the ceiling as you slightly bend to the knees and make the heels a little bit heavier. As you make the heels a little bit heavier, you might bend the knees more. And when you do that, squeeze the shoulder blades together and see if there's any possibility of lifting the arms. Lower the arms. Take the hands back to the hips. This time be facing the front edge of your yoga mat, assuming you're practicing on a yoga mat. And step back again with the right leg. So balance can be a little precarious here. We can remedy that. In other words, we can create more stabilization for ourselves if we walk the left foot to the left a little bit. So I'm up on my right toes and I'm heavy in my left heel. It's okay to bend the right knee. And if you need to go to a wall, I'll show you this real quick with my fingers on a wall for balance, or even holding onto a chair is a great idea. So we're here. We're going to extend the arms out again. Draw the heels of the hands together, the fingers together. This is feeling familiar, isn't it? You probably can guess where we're going. Begin to take the arms to the left. Remember, you're watching your thumbs. Wow, can you feel that twist? It's a lot of rotation to go to the left. Come on back all the way to the beginning. Whoa, got a little wobbly there. Take the arms wide and take the arms up. So just starting to look at Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, but we've got our heel off the floor, so it's a high lunge. Take the hands to the hips. Bend the right knee a little bit more. Push off and shove forward. Check in with your breath. I can feel that as I was talking and doing that, my breath was held a little bit. So let's all stand in mountain pose. Feet about hip width apart. Arms down by our sides. And just close the eyes for a moment. Let's notice the breath. Our breath has 4 distinct parts. There's the inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the pause. It's like we're searching for the space between each of those 4 parts of the breath, in the same way that we're using the physical practice to create some space in our bodies. So, second side, we have to take the right foot, or we're going to keep the right foot where it is, hands on the hips, maybe step the left foot a little bit wider, take the left leg back. Mine went wide, and you can see that I was pretty wobbly when I did that. So if it's too unsteady, step the foot forward a little bit. The weight is in the front heel. It feels like we've all got these really heavy tails, like a really heavy, long dinosaur tail behind us to help root us. And we're on the left toes. We'll take the arms out in front, gather them together. And this time we begin to follow our thumbs to the right. And let it be more of an exploration of how different this side feels compared to the other side. Make sure that you're not clenching your jaw. And again, let me come back and remind myself as well as you not to hold your breath. Watch your thumbs now as you bring them back. We'll practice whoa, I'm really wobbly today. We'll practice slightly differently to get to that modified Vera 1 here. Look at your thumbs. Begin to take the fingers up toward the ceiling. It feels like someone's pulling you by your fingernails. Then take the arms wide. You could even rise up a little bit on the inhale. Push the left heel back and drop down on the exhale. Let's take the hands to the hips, bend the left knee a little bit more, shove off the toes, come back to the top. And then turn and face the long edge of your yoga mat. Hands on your hips again. Start to rock your weight, everybody, over to the right until your left heel picks up. Now, before you shift the weight back right, start to push the left heel down. Keep going over to the left. Reach the right heel up. Push the right heel down. Come back. I'm going to add to it. As you go over to the left, reach the right arm to the right. It feels like somebody's pulling you to the right. A lot of weight on the right leg. Now extend the left arm. Good. And you're trying to be pulled in both directions. Feel like the person pulling to your left, though, is stronger. They're winning right now. You push your left heel down and you come back. Bring the hands together. Look at the thumbs. Watch the thumbs for as long as you can without straining or creating pain in the neck. When you feel like, yeah, that's it, push the heels down, lengthen the side waist, see if the arms will come higher. And then release the arms down. Lean over to the left until the right heel lifts. Lengthen the left arm out to the side. It's like a tug of war, but only one team has shown up, and that's the team pulling your left arm. Uh-oh, here comes the strong right team. They grab you by the right wrist. It's a tug of war. You're going right. You're going left. You're going right. You're going left. You're going right. You keep going right, and you lower that right heel. Good. One more time. Turn and face the front of your yoga mat. Step back with your left foot. Front heel heavy. Take the arms out. Take the arms up where we just left off in this modified Vera 1. But now sway. Lean to the left. Oh boy, you have to really squeeze the inner thighs together. Come back. Lean to the right. Oh, big stretch on the left side body. Come all the way back, hands on the hips. Bend the left knee, spring up. Listen, if you don't get all the way to the top of the mat the first time, don't worry about it. If it takes 2 steps to get back, fine. Mountain pose for just a second. Big step back, right leg. Pause. Arms coming out. Take the arms up. Split the arms. Sway to the right. What part of your body ignites or comes online when you do that, more than it just was? Come back up. Take the arms over to the left. Oh, you might really have to heavy that left heel to support yourself. Come back up. Put the hands on the hips, bend the knee, push off, rock forward. Let's come back and stand in mountain pose. Roll the shoulders up. Roll them back. Squeeze them together as you roll them down. Now go in the opposite direction. Roll them up, round the back and come forward. And down. See if the weight feels like it's even on both of your feet. On an inhale, sweep the arms up halfway to the sides. Turn the palms so that they are facing in the same direction as your face. Relax the elbows a little bit. Sway over to the right. Feel like somebody's pulling you to the right. Come back to the center. Somebody's pulling you to the left. Can you come back to center? And then lower your arms. Thank you for joining me. I hope that us playing around with feeling pulled in so many different directions But finding the stability and the grounding of our feet and our core leaves you a little bit more prepared for whatever instability, whatever feels like it pulls on you this afternoon, comes your way. See you next time.